Welcome to the EFM online diary. Today we're going to run you through how to set yourself up with our online diary. We're going to try and show you how to get started and how to enter food as quick as possible to give you the most feedback available. First things first, username, password have been given to you. Enter it here and it gets you onto the front page. The first thing we've got to do is set your goal weight. Now often people get carried away and put too high a target in, which means in this case this guy is 80 kilos and wants to reach 70 kilos. I would just start with a 5 kilo or 10%. And in this case I'm going to use 5 kilos just to set himself an easier reachable target. So submit your goal, go back, and the next thing you do is return to your home page and remove this getting started from your home page, which takes us to the front page. Here I will go straight into the food diary, and in here we've got two options. As you can see, I have already this morning entered two options. The way I did it was simply just to put down in writing one fresh fruit, and I'm going to make that 1 cup fresh fruit, and that's a food category over here. Here's the different food category, and that's a fruit, and I'm going to put it an add. That's one way of doing it. That's an easy, quick way to do it, and that will give us sufficient feedback. It won't give you as much feedback as you need, so we're going to show you a way you can get more out of it yourself. Enter breakfast, and in here we can look at the recent food we entered. We can also look at some suggestions that we have put in for you, where you will find all the data you need. If you can't find it in these suggestions, go to Add a New, and that'll take you to a food library. In this food library, there are two ways to search and find food. First thing, you can just put in search. We're going to enter a mango, and very often you'll get plenty of options. You're going to find the one that you find closest to what you had. So we had a mango peel raw, and we had 1 slice cup. Add to basket. Take you back. Then another way you can do is browse food library. Here you can find different items, and let's say we had the almond meal, so let's say we're going to find some almonds, so we're going to use this one right there. That will do. I had 1 cup. Add to basket, and if I change my mind, I can always remove it here, or I can increase the serve. Add food above diary. If I'm done, takes us back to the new food entry page, bit of data information on what you've been eating. Submit, and you're back at your food diary page. Rightio. Now let's just delete this we have entered previously, so we show the true picture, and I'm just using this little garbage bin on the right hand side, and now we can see actually what I've had for this breakfast. Same goes for morning snack, lunch, afternoon snack, dinner, and evening snack. Enter everything you've had. On your left hand side you'll find 3 different options: nutrition info, energy balance, and custom groups. Custom groups refers to these pictures up here if you entered manually. Energy balance will tell you how much energy you have been eating, and you can also see that this guy has been given 1400 calories to eat, 1475 calories to eat a day, and down here this green line right there represents the 1475 calories. As you can see, on Wednesday he was close, and on today he's eaten a fair bit already from the breakfast, which is due to all the nuts, which is high fat content. You can see it over here, energy in, energy out, which we'll run you through in a second. Next thing is the nutrition info, and this is where you'll get some really good feedback on your balance of your food. We've talked about that in the manual, about the balance of the macronutrients, so the proteins, fat, carbs are the main ones. So you can see we have now shown protein, because we have clicked on protein, so we can see we got 27 grams of our protein this morning. If I want to see the fat content, which will be pretty high due to the almonds, I just click on fat. And carbs, which is mainly or almost only from the mango, bit from the nuts as well. Well, there we go. The more you enter, then you can see where are my carbs, fat, or protein hiding. Next we're going to show you is how to enter an exercise session. Pretty much the same story. Enter an exercise session. Let's just put in EFM session, and today was 45 minutes. Distance, if you cover it in distance, if it was cycling, walking, whatever, I'd call it gym work. Extra detail, feel free to put everything in. Tell coach, not really applicable for most of you guys. Motivation level, how did you feel going in there? I was flat, or I was highly motivated. Is it a favorite? Well, something you do more than once a week, put it in once, and then you don't have to do that again. Before you submit session, go in and enter effort level, or if you had a heart rate monitor on, enter how many calories you burned from that session. Effort level will refer to roughly how many calories you burned. So we're going to figure out, well, how hard was it? Met levels is some sort of way to estimate how hard was it. You can find different levels from 2, which is very slow walking, up to 16, which is bicycling at least 30 kilometers an hour. We normally say a normal EFM session is around 6 to 8, depending on how the session was set up. Today we're going to add in an 8, and we're going to submit session. This, we have now entered this as a favorite, which means that tomorrow I just click on the session for Friday, and then it's already been entered when I've done my session. Rightio, back to food diary, and we can now see underneath energy balance that I have eaten 849 calories and I have burned 479 calories. This gives you a balance of 1449, so that is these three numbers added and taken from each other, so that's 1400 calories. We always say that exercise is a added bonus. You should not rely on exercise to keep your calories down, and depending on what sort of plan you're on, make sure the balance comes out pretty nice, as we discussed in your initial letter, and the exercise is just a added bonus. You can also enter, you can see over here any message coming on. You can also enter your daily weight. You can set a goal, which we recommend you do at some point. Just set a goal, either a long-term or short-term goal, and run through these questions. Make sure the question, your goal is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely based, and the confidence is pretty high. Next thing is just for you to get going. So get in every single day, spend no more than 5 minutes, and get as accurate a picture as possible. As we've shown you, the more you enter, the more feedback you get, but we can make some feedback to you as long as you just get something in there of when, what, and how much. Okay, that is the end of the information session. If you've got any questions, please feel free to call us or send us an email, and we will answer them as soon as we can. Thank you.